Hey there, this is Clay, and got a message today from someone named Pamela, and she says that she really doesn't have time to focus on herself and do active no contact the way that we talk about, because she's a middle-aged woman. She's 44 years old. She has 2 kids. She has a full-time job, and currently her partner's left her, so basically she's functioning as a single parent. And she says that she doesn't have the time to focus on herself because she's spread so thin. And Pamela, I want you to know that I can absolutely relate to being really busy and feeling like you don't have enough time, and feeling like you need to take on these massive heroic efforts, like running a marathon, or being on the Tonight Show or something like that. But that's not what we're asking you to do. That's not really how I would really recommend you approach no contact, active no contact. And that's because, okay, for example, at the time that I'm making this video, I'm a really busy guy. Nobody would fault me if I said I just don't have enough time to do anything for myself, because I make these videos. I'm helping people going through breakups on the website relationshipinnergame.com. I'm doing some consulting work for 2 other businesses, and I have some freelance work that I do as well, helping people with technical aspects of their business as well. And it's no stretch to say that I don't have any time to focus on myself. If I wanted to, if I didn't draw boundaries, I could just work nonstop every single day from the moment I wake up until the moment I go to bed. I could do that, and there have been times when I have done that. It's not unheard of for me to work 80 hours in a week. But I don't do that anymore because I got in the habit of drawing some clear boundaries and starting small. Yes, I have a lot to do in my life, but you have to start small. If you're really busy, if you're really spread too thin, just start small. Start by planting a small seed and letting it grow. For example, for me, what I do these days is every day, just about every day, I give myself about 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll just go to this park down the street from where I live. It's a really big park. There's like lots of trees and paths and stuff in it. And I'll just go walk through that park. Sometimes I'll listen to music. Sometimes I'll listen to like audiobooks and stuff like that, so I'm learning while I'm doing it. Sometimes I'll just be unplugged and I'll just listen to the wind and the birds and stuff like that. And a lot of times if the weather's nice, I'll sit down and I'll read a book on a bench or something. And for me, it's just this one little thing that I can do for myself. It's one little nugget that I can plant that has the potential of growing into something more. I can read books, I can learn things, I can get exercise, I can get out of the house, I can get some fresh air. It's great for all that. Another thing I'm getting into as well is just doing a little bit of yoga before bed. Just a couple sun salutations, just to help keep me flexible, help keep my body relatively in shape, and to just sort of act as like a bookend to the day, a little end cap at the end of the day. So, I understand that you're spread really thin with your kids, with raising them on your own, and your job and everything like that. But, just find ways to start small. Because if you just sort of push down and repress these parts of you, the parts of you that want to come out and express themselves, if you just sacrifice yourself for your job and your kids and all that, you're going to end up with this hole inside of you, this empty hole inside of you. And that's the part of you that's yearning to be filled by what your heart wants to experience, wants to have in the world, whether that be learning, whether that be art, whether that be connecting with other people, whatever happens to be your thing. And as long as you suppress that, you're going to have this hole, right? And if you're not willing to fill that yourself, you're going to try and fill it with things outside of you. You know, a lot of people, they'll do that by trying to get, you know, an expensive car or an expensive house, or collect all kinds of like weird gadgets and stuff like that. A lot of people, especially people who come to us, when they first start working with us, they have this hole that they're trying to fill up with a relationship with someone who they love. And, you know, there's absolutely no way that a person, another person other than you, is going to be able to fill you up, is going to be able to complete you. That has to come from you, okay? The relationship isn't going to complete you. The relationship is not going to make you whole. What has to happen is you have to be a whole person first, and then you can have a relationship with someone else. You can have a relationship with another whole person. But you can't just be expecting someone else to complete you. That's not fair for them, and it's not fair for you. What you need to do is you need to start small. And just find one thing you can do, whether that's, you know, meditating for even 5 minutes a day. When I was in grad school, that's what kept me sane. I would just meditate for 5 minutes a day. I would just take a quick time out and meditate for 5 minutes a day, and it totally kept me sane and saved my life during my thesis. And I don't care how busy you are, you can spare 5 minutes. You can spare 5 minutes to meditate, to, you know, write in a journal, to go for a walk, to call up a friend, to you know, dance, to do something like that. You can find little seeds and you can plant them. And, you know, as those seeds start to take root, as they start to grow, you can start to expand them. Because when someone's really busy, more often than not, in like probably 90% of all cases where someone's just way too busy, it's just a lack of priorities. And, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, you need to like let your kids starve or anything like that, but, you know, I'd be willing to bet you don't constantly need to be there taking care of them, monitoring them every waking moment that you're not at work. And what I'm saying is, in those brief moments of openness, you can fill that with what your heart wants to express. And through that, you can fill yourself up. And through that, you can become the best person that you know you can be. And through that, you can make that relationship work. You can find that love that you want. So I hope this answers your question, and I hope you can see how you can make time for yourself, make time for active no contact, so that you can really do your ex and yourself a favor by bringing the best of who you are to a relationship. Thanks, and if you'd like to learn more about active no contact and what we talked about today, just go to relationshipinnergame.com and sign up there. We'll send you all kinds of cool tips and action plans and stuff like that. So head over there and do that now. Thanks.